Hoops Nation. This is Rashawn.
Hey guys, Wayne.
Here with Wayne Grace Andy. Why are you doing this? Where's Quash?
Great. Glad to be here today.
Whatever. We're here to do the games, man. Why are you here? Anyway, we had a lot of good games. Well, we had 2 good games, right?
Yeah.
The first game was
solid.
Yeah, actually, the first game was surprisingly good. The first game was Free World versus Straight Raw, and it was a doozy. It was a doozy.
Straight Raw did Straight Raw.
They really did.
Straight Raw did Straight Raw.
They pulled out a win though, but it was. They're playing against Free World. Free World.
Which isn't as bad as everybody wants to make them out to be. Yeah. You know, they look like they got some new additions.
Yeah.
Right? They're solid. Everybody, they at least play together.
They play hard. They play hard.
Rebound, play defense.
Everybody knows the rule, what to do on the court.
Nobody plays hero ball, and then you go over to Straight Raw.
Straight Raw is supposed to have all these. They got these. They actually have a lot of good players.
But as you saw later on in the night as well, when your team when each person comes down and tries to do themselves and not play like a team, it really doesn't. It's everybody's taking a turn and playing and taking a turn and playing, and you're just standing there and watching.
Ed had 9 assists, man. He had 20 and 9. 20 and 9.
Were they?
They were good passes too.
When you say assist, do you mean balls that came off the rim that people grabbed and put back in?
It was behind the backs. He had a couple of weird. He got long arms. He did weird long arm type stuff. It was good. I was like, oh. But still they had their moments where it was just one-on-one, this and that. A lot of arguments on the court. Weird.
And they would be one of the better teams in this league if they could just, they've got Scott, who might be the tallest person in our league.
Scott was playing really well today too.
A nice pick and roll with Scott and Ed, or Scott and John. John would just realize that he's 5'1" and can't be banging on the block with that. He's got a nice jump shot.
They don't give him fouls. They don't give him fouls down there.
You can't. It's a man's world.
He is a man. Just don't give him no fouls down there.
It's a man's world down there. It's a big man's world. It's a Hendershot world down there.
Shut up. But they pulled out a win. It was a rough one, but they got it. Next game was
it's great.
Maybe the main event of the night. Maybe it probably was.
Championship rematch.
It was the main event of the night. It was
Monstars versus Nate's game.
Oh,
great
boy.
game.
This is why I don't want to bring you in, man. You're biased. You're biased.
I didn't say anything.
Just know you're biased.
It was a great game. Both teams played really hard. It was a very low-scoring game for the first half.
Yeah.
Monstars played some good defense, but Nate's gang missed a lot of shots that they normally hit, and they really weren't feeding Hendershot that well.
It's weird that Hendershot doesn't get fed often.
Really? Right?
It's like a weird occurrence that he really doesn't get fed. He's the biggest dude on the court.
They wait a decent amount of the time.
Every team he's on does that.
And then they're weird. All right, Hendershot, go get 40 in 10 minutes.
It's weird, right?
You ever realize he gets 30 a game, but it's all 10, 15 minutes in.
5 minutes at the end of the game where he just starts cooking. That's odd. And Kurt, man, they need to get this guy the ball and let him just go. They just let him go. He's got the scruffy beard. Let him go.
Now he's a facial hair baller.
Let him go, man.
Now he's a facial hair baller. But great game. We were missing Ryan McPherson. No Ryan today.
Yeah,
ankle injury Monday night.
We don't need that chubby bastard. Chubby.
He is our floor general.
No, man. He would have definitely been useful because Cody didn't have a really good game. I didn't really have a good game. Oren got his where he could, but he didn't really get into a really good flow. It was really just you out there kind of pacing the team. If Ryan was out there, maybe it would have been a better game.
Well, Nate's game was also missing the young buck of the league.
Oh, yeah, they're missing Andy.
Young Florentine.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's had a rough start to the league.
What do you mean? He had 2 games of 15 and 20.
But they came real well. Hold on.
They 2 games of 15, 20, and like 8.
Well. He started, okay, well, maybe I'm not paying attention.
He started the games badly.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
But he always finished with 15 and 8.
But
20 and 8.
Anybody. He would have gotten a good...
You can't say he didn't play. He played better. He had 15 and 20 and 8.
All right. I didn't even look at the stats. I didn't think he was doing that.
I keep telling you what he got.
How many layups did he miss that first game?
I don't count layups, man. You think I'm in there miss layup, miss jump shot. I just put him on the tally. You read the stat sheet. Dude got 15-8. Then he got a 28 and 5 and 6. Numbers all over the place, man. But, he didn't show up. Maybe they could.
I mean, it was a 20-point game the whole time.
They only lost by like 8.
Yeah, but that's because they had 40 people on the bench.
Ernie got attacked and thrown out. He got thrown out of a game.
I've never seen a coach speak to a regular referee like that, let alone a rec.
Let me tell you something, man. I've never seen a person on the sideline get thrown out of the gym. I've never seen someone just get thrown out of the gym. Really?
Yeah, I've seen Eddie get thrown out.
Well,
Eddie's a special case.
He like threatened you. That's different.
Yeah, this was
wild.
That was hilarious. It was a better game than the score.
It was, because it was tough the whole way.
Yeah.
To keep them at 20 was a tough game to keep them at 20. They were really hurting not having Andy. Really hurt to not have Andy.
Then the third game, Quash shot himself.
No, number one, Quash that Euro step. Make me giddy, boy. He took it. Oh, welcome to Europe. And he's like,
He did turn back the hands of time.
I'm not even on his team, and I'm screaming.
But then he screwed himself in the foot by coming up to, the scoring champion of the world, Jordan Marcus.
Oh, and that's for the third game. Third game was what is the name of that team?
It's Let's Get It.
Let's Get It, and what's
UOENO. I can actually say UOENO. It's a lot of vowels.
Allen. So they played well tonight, but they let Jordan get.
Hold on, but this is the problem. It wasn't that they let Jordan get off. Quash, in a game that he's not even involved in, gave Jordan a little extra motivation. There was a little side bet going.
Stupid.
Don't know what the bet was for, but
it was for appetizers and imported beer.
There you go, at Fridays.
35 points.
Quash goes, you won't get 30.
No.
Quash goes, you won't get 30. Jordan goes, I'll get 40.
He wanted to go between.
Quash was like, we'll go 35. Jordan Marcus had 28 at halftime.
He wanted the over-under. And he couldn't influence the bet.
You just said, and I love him to death, one of my best friends. But when you're dependent on Eddie Mills to shut down Jordan, it's not Courtney.
It's hard when every play is a leak out and he's just chopping.
No, it wasn't even every play was a leak out. They got really many offensive rebounds.
Oh yeah. Well,
think about it, Twan took one right out of somebody's hands. Jordan missed the three from the corner.
Gave it right back to him.
Twan took it out of his hands, falling out of bounds, throws it back to Jordan. And everybody just staring.
It's rough because they got a lot of smaller guards. They got Smoot, they got Tamir, and then it's
It's not about the smaller guards.
It is, because the only inside presence is Lou. Everyone else is a guard.
But you're not talking like you're playing against the Monstars or Nate's gang.
Oh, God,
No, where you're talking about playing against size, because we have Monstars, we have bigger guards. Nate's gang is just huge.
Okay, so we're talking about.
Let's Get It is really not that big. Antoine is a tiny.
All of their people are smaller than all the other people.
Both teams are really not that big.
It don't matter. They're all smaller than them.
But I'm just in general. They're
all smaller than them.
All right.
They don't have to be big. They're all smaller than them.
All right.
They got Lawrence. And they got actual people that rebound the ball. Lawrence and Antoine.
They have people that hustle. Because Tamir spent half the game.
Rebounding the ball is not hustle? It's the same thing.
But I'm just saying, Tamir spent half the game.
I'm not going to talk about what Tamir did. I'm not trying to go into that song and get beat up. All right? I'm not going into that song and get beat up. So what happens is they had Lawrence, they had Justin, and they got Antoine. And really,
Jeeves was throwing that rock.
Those guys, they only got Lou in the paint.
Phil was throwing that rock like he was Chris Paul today.
What do you mean?
You saw some of them passes, Phil?
He only got 3 assists, man.
Hold on, though.
He got 3 assists.
But some of the... Jesus is getting ready for Vegas. Put in that work.
Oh. See what I'm saying? Phil comes, he's like, oh, say something about cheese and going to Vegas.
No.
You're biased. I don't talk about nobody except for Quaska. That's my guy.
That's not biased.
Shut up. They had a bunch of good games tonight, man. He had a bunch of good games.